Hello everyone and welcome to OurVentura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. Our guest today on the show is Dr. Daniela Torchia. She is a registered dietitian and nutritionist. Thank you so much for being with us on the program today.
Thank you.
We'd like to talk to you today about good health and nutrition, something we all can benefit from. I think that's really important. And I'd like to hear your opinion about it and also the connection to both body and mind being healthy.
So we often focus about what we put in and how we look on the exterior, but we forget that the exterior actually reacts to what you're thinking, what your stress level is, and how you believe in what you can do about what you're eating and sleeping.
So that's really important because the focus, really should be, of course, on what you eat that is healthy and good for you, but also keeping stress out of your life makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's difficult to keep stress out, but you can manage it. And a few minutes of breathing in the morning, even just 60 seconds of a nice breathing in and breathing out, will help you stay focused so you can make better choices outside.
That's good to hear. That's good. I know some of your focus has been in the areas of diabetes, obesity, pediatric and family nutrition, and also geriatric care. Let's talk a little bit about that with you.
So there are so many people that forget about their health, or they may know about their health, but things happen. So whatever somebody needs, I will address. And often it's about the belief system that they have in self-care. So we start with basic food and what is in their mind and relationships.
Okay, good. So on these subject matters of, dealing with somebody with obesity or a child dealing with eating problems or something of that sort, what beyond food do you take a look at? Do you look at more than the food? What we talked about, of course, being in a good frame of mind. So does that play into it as well?
Well, especially with family nutrition, you really have to look at what is the lifestyle, what is the schedule, what are the parents doing, so that you can incorporate. I can give a meal plan, but it may not make sense. Who cares, right? Nobody cares. So you have to adapt it to the lifestyle and situation.
Okay, that makes sense, absolutely. What works? What really works in helping people achieve those healthy goals? Many people say, I'm going to diet, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to get myself in great shape, and then all of a sudden you go back to your old habits again. So what does work?
Reasonable goals, reality.
Okay.
Realistic, what fits into your life, small goals, even just adding a vegetable a day and decreasing your soda could be a very simple beginning.
Okay, so small steps. Don't take big lofty goals in the beginning especially. Work at a smaller, slower pace.
Yes.
Okay, good. I know you have a new nutrition book coming out soon. Tell us a little bit about it and what we can expect to hear more about.
I'm very excited about it. It is a little bit of everything.
Okay.
It has to deal with the psychology of eating, what is in your food, how to eat. It addresses any kind of dietary needs for a vegetarian or an omnivore, which is they can eat anything.
Okay.
And it has cartoons, very important to have funny little cartoons, otherwise people snooze and go to bed.
Okay. Yeah.
No boring.
So right now it's untitled, but it will be coming out very shortly.
It will.
So when we look for it, it will be more news on your website that we'll find out about the book and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, terrific. Do you practice what you preach?
Oh, yes. And boy, do they watch me.
I'm just curious because I know you're very, very thoughtful about nutrition value and what you put into your body and of course, how you think. So I just wondered if you do that too.
Well. Yes, I actually do because people are watching me.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. In the years that I've been practicing, they will look and see what is on my desk.
Okay.
And if there's social media and I am eating some bizarre food, they will let me know.
Okay. Which I want to mention your website. It is really very, very informative. It's called Welcome to Your Health, Dr. Danny, PhD. And you can really learn a lot from just clicking on a few of the buttons. Very, very good information. So let's cover some of that that we will see on your website, some of those topics. One of them, foods to feel fabulous. Love it. Let's talk about those foods because we all want to feel fabulous.
Yes, we do. So we believe, well, we used to believe that a lot of greens were good for you, and it's actually making people more lethargic. So basically, you find a balance. If you keep a little food journal a few days, you'll know when I eat this, I feel great. When I eat this, I don't. And if you don't, try to avoid it.
Really?
So
Okay.
protein and veggies are perfect, and then you add all the other stuff on the side.
I know, of course, low carbs and things like that make a difference too. What about probiotics?
Very, very important. Probiotics, there are hundreds of different strains. We need them. They make things that help our immune system. They help us digest food.
Okay.
They help our mind. So if you've had antibiotics or anything, you definitely want to consider probiotics.
So you really benefit from that?
You do.
Okay. Also, lots of water. I saw that.
Yes.
That was really a good thing to include, because I would say most people don't drink enough water.
They don't. You need half of your weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you need 100 ounces of water. If you exercise, you've got to keep adding based on how much sweat is occurring if you're doing sports or...
Right. And I think, if you drink more water, you feel better about it too. You will have a better feeling overall.
That's true.
Yeah, I think it's helpful. Also a subject on there was happy tummy equals happy people. So let's talk about that too. What would you tell people about that?
So if you eat regular meals or you follow a schedule that makes you feel balanced, you don't have low or high sugars,
okay,
your behavior will be a little more balanced. Because if you're hungry, you get grumpy, God knows what you're going to do.
Right.
And also the happy tummy deals with the probiotics. So foods that help you make your own probiotics, like high fiber foods.
Okay, that's interesting to hear. So your gut health really matters. I mean, it makes a big difference.
Huge difference. It controls, this is your brain. Your brain is actually in your stomach and intestines.
Okay.
And then this one.
Okay, good to know. Motivated motion. I like that. Get moving, people. Let's not all just sit there and watch the world go by. We got to get out and move. So set some happy goals about getting out there and enjoying things away from your desk. I know it's hard for many of us who are working. We need to get out there, though, and be a little bit more motivated and just enjoy stuff more. What would you say about that?
We all have a lot of desk jobs. People are
Yes.
working hard. So just 60 seconds. You can get up and do 60-second march, stretch 30 seconds, go back to the desk, and every hour do a little bit, and you will...
Right. So for those of us who do work sitting or at a desk, it is important to get up on the hour and just move around or walk around or take a walk outside during your lunch break. That might be helpful too.
Very helpful. You need some sunshine.
Yeah, and I think surrounding yourself, getting out in nature and away from your office building, some kind really makes a difference for your mind too. I think that makes a big difference there. I also think it's important, as you mentioned in your website, try a new step, which was a cute way of saying, do something different, get some good shoes on, and just go and walk or dance or something. It just means to move a little bit. Let's talk about that.
We can get bored. If I mention something, go walking, oh, I don't want to. So try something new. If you like dancing, watch it. YouTube is loaded with all kinds of new exercises. You do chair exercises. Try something different every week or every other day, and then you won't be bored and you'll be more motivated.
Right, which I think is good, to get more motivated and not get in a rut, that you're stuck or you can't do anything. But walk, dance, get up, just move. I think that makes a big difference for your mind and your body. I think both in tandem, like you said, is really, very important. I would like you to talk a little bit about your website and some of the things that we can find on there beyond what I've talked about.
Okay, so I have a little tidbit on food, a little tidbit on what is a lectin, because that's out there. That is, you can go look that up. On exercise, on probiotics, and on referrals, so that you can have a little bit of information. And it also will give you some feedback if people are interested.
Okay. And I also understand you have a lot of good things on Facebook and Instagram too, so you can, also find information on you there. I think it's really important to educate people more about what they put into their bodies, especially families with children. I think when you educate your kids early on, as you mentioned on your website, about teaching them the rainbow colors for their plates and what they're going to put into their bodies, that makes a whole lot of difference later on. Let's talk about that a little bit and how families can participate in doing that.
We learn everything through early childhood. So
Okay.
if a parent uses food as a punishment or a reward, it can get a little confusing. But if you make it fun, like a game, and you make smiley faces out of vegetables and fruits, or you just include it and it happens to be part of your regular life and you're together,
Okay.
then you have positive feelings about healthy food.
Okay. What are some of the mistakes people make about diet, exercise, and stress in their
Yeah.
lives? What are some of the mistakes that we're making?
Any extreme choices, starvation, very difficult, weird pills. I mean, you can use them sometimes, but you
Right.
want to monitor. So make it so that it's something you can sustain, so that it's not frustrating to you, because you don't want an emotional reaction to something that is extreme.
Right. And I think those people that go on a diet expect results pretty quickly. Is that a mistake?
It is, because fat has been in there for a while. So
Okay.
you will actually lose inches before you might see a loss on the scale. So you
okay.
can actually feel your pants or your
Right.
coat or something get a little smaller. So don't
Okay.
worry about that.
Okay. So again, take small steps, maybe not a drastic result right away,
yeah.
but it's coming.
I know,
And the
right.
changes you make today will make a better tomorrow.
Right.
Of course, everybody, can benefit from that. Give us your website so we can all take a look.
It's Dr. Dani, PhD, DrDaniPhD.com. Simple.
Very good. And we look forward to more information about the book coming out, so
Yes.
we can all take a look at that
Yeah, yeah.
when it will give us more information about all that you have to talk about. So we are thankful that you were here on the show today
Thank
to
you.
give us a little bit better education about diet, nutrition, exercise, and just being stress-free. That's also very important. Thank you
Yes.
so much. Dr. Dani Torchia, I appreciate you being on the show with us today.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. And thank all of you for joining us today on Our Ventura TV. I'm Sandra Siepak. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye, everyone.